On Thai PBS World tonight, following the border tensions, Cambodia has agreed to pull back troops from the disputed area. Also, Cambodia reduces Thai nationals' permitted length of stay to 7 days. And NESDEC warns new graduates that they might face challenges in finding new jobs.
Good evening and welcome to Thai PBS World Tonight. I'm Nat Bunna.
I'm Frank Kanshi.
And we begin the program tonight with the latest on the tensions between Thailand and Cambodia following the brief clashes near the border on May 28th. And after attempts to reconcile and to ease tensions between the two countries, so far Cambodia has finally agreed to pull back its troops. Cambodia has agreed to pull back its troops from a disputed border area to their previous positions and has filled in trenches that they dug near Chongbuk Pass as requested by the Thai side in an effort to ease tensions and prevent further clashes. Thailand's Prime Minister Pattani wrote on her Facebook page that she had held talks with the Cambodian government and reached a positive outcome and that both countries agreed to jointly readjust military positions at points of past confrontation in order to reduce tension. Pat Hong Tan also stated that the two countries would push forward bilateral cooperation through the Joint Boundary Commission, which is scheduled to meet on June 14th in Phnom Penh to help de-escalate tensions. Dialogue will continue at all levels with the aim of restoring normal relations as soon as possible. And to give you a recap of what has happened between Thailand and Cambodia, Thai and Cambodian troops exchanged gunfire in the early morning of May 28th in a disputed area near Ubon Ratchathani's Nam Yuen district. Tensions escalated further after Phnom Penh rejected Thailand's proposal to withdraw troops 200 meters from the disputed area. Cambodia also announced it would bring 4 disputed border areas to the World Court. Earlier reports indicated that Thai troops had withdrawn from the disputed area while the Cambodian army declined to do the same. In response to the rejection and rising tensions, Thai border checkpoints have adjusted their opening and closing times, resulting in some disruptions. The Thai Prime Minister said the decision to ease tensions follows continued coordination between Thai government agencies, including the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, national security bodies, and the military. She assured the public that there would be no serious clashes and urged people to remain calm and confident in the government's ability to resolve the issue peacefully. Meanwhile, Thai Defense Minister Phumtham Wechayachai said in a statement that Cambodia had agreed to pull back its troops to the positions held last year in line with earlier agreements. The Cambodian side also agreed to backfill the trenches that they dug earlier near the Chongbuk Pass in Ubon Ratchathani province. The Defense Ministry and the Royal Thai Army expressed their appreciation to their Cambodian counterparts, saying the move had improved the situation and reduced tensions and the risk of further confrontation. But with the tensions that are going on between both Thailand and Cambodia, especially at that border area, it has been very intense during the past few weeks. But we also have to mention that the disputed area, it has been a conflict for more than many years already because there's this MOU 43 which aims to relieve the boundary disputes between Thailand and Cambodia, and even Cambodia has tried to propose that to the ICJ. So because the ICJ has always been ruling in favor of Cambodia, so that is why Cambodia is trying to put this border dispute to the World Court.
Yes, and this story really caught a lot of eyes of, I think, regional analysts, because according to so many reports here, we can date it back, this conflict back to 1906, because this is, at the time in Cambodia, was still the Francophone area of the French colony at that point. And right now, of course, we can talk about 1962 as what Ned talked about. The ICJ favored the Gao Pravihan, I think it's the center of the disputed area, to Cambodia. And of course, after that in 2000, of course, there's another escalation coming up too. But right now, I think the conflict at the border really disrupt a lot of, no matter its economy, trade, or the political tensions there is still going up. But as what you said, I think right now, Thailand wants to use the JBC, Joint Bilateral Committee, to really solve the issue. But Cambodia, they want to push that to the ICJ because it always favoring them.
Yes, the Cambodia wants to escalate that to the ICJ, but for Thailand, JBC is already enough because it involves only Thailand and Cambodia. And for that particular area, the Chongbuk border pass is in the Emerald Triangle. That is a disputed area where the borders between Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia actually meet. But then there is no absolute clarity as to who actually owns this area. But the former Prime Minister of Cambodia, Hun Sen, actually claimed that the Emerald Triangle belongs to Cambodia, and therefore, whatever case that they submit to the ICJ, of course, the ICJ would favor them. But for Thailand has always disagreed with the World Court. So they have felt that it should have been discussed in the JBC meeting, which will take place this Saturday.
Yes, but that's the flashpoint. We cannot wait anymore, of course, for Thailand's position. As in, we still want to maintain the peace at border at this point. But as what Ned just said, we already see some de-escalation as both troops already withdraw a little bit, 200 meters back. But we still see some escalation in the policy at border. The Cambodian government has cut short stays in Cambodia by Thai nationals to a maximum of 7 days instead of 60. This is similar to Thailand's immigration restriction, which came into effect yesterday, allowing Cambodians to stay in the country for only a week, after which they have to renew their visas or border passes, according to a report by the Khmer Times. Cambodia's Fresh News, meanwhile, reports that Cambodian Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, in a letter addressed to his Thai counterpart, Marit Sangnyamporn, urged Thailand to support Cambodia's proposal to refer their border disputes to the International Court of Justice, widely known as the World Court. Fresh News also reported that former Prime Minister Hun Sen has explained to the Cambodian people why Cambodia had to pull its troops back from the disputed areas. In his social media post, Hun Sen wrote that the troop pullback was just an adjustment in the disputed areas, which was necessary to avoid clashes between Cambodian and Thai troops. He also wrote that the efforts to find a solution to the conflict through negotiation are now bearing fruit, as he urged the Cambodian people to trust the government's ability to resolve the dispute with Thailand through peaceful means. Hun Sen reiterated, however, that Cambodia remains steadfast over referring the dispute over 4 ancient temples located along the common border with Thailand to the ICJ. Meanwhile, the state-run transport company has suspended its daily bus services from Bangkok to Phnom Penh and Siem Reap in Cambodia, effected today, citing border crossing restrictions. The company operates a round-trip service each day from Bangkok to the 2 Cambodian cities, leaving Bangkok in the morning for Siem Reap, heading back to Bangkok at 9 a.m. in the next morning, and leaving Bangkok for Phnom Penh at 8 a.m. So I think it's very important that at this moment the border trade has been disrupted, because according to the Ministry of Commerce in Thailand, the border trade between Thailand and Cambodia reaching $5.3 billion net last year. So I think, as what we said, Thai PBS also reported 7 checkpoints, main checkpoints in Thailand, and between Thailand and Cambodia right now facing some restrictions, and no matter those businessmen, businesswomen, or they have to crossing border quite oftenly to Cambodia and back to Thailand, they face challenges.
And there are 7 main border checkpoints along the Thai-Cambodian border. So ever since we had these tensions, it has really disrupted border trade, and many of the experts feel that this might actually affect the trade and business in the long run.
Yeah, and actually we see and increased just the first quarter, the first
Yeah.
4 months of 2025, 13% of increase comparing
Yeah.
to last year's same period. So must be a hit for border trade between Thailand and Cambodia. And I think our team will try to talk with the Cambodia Chamber of Commerce
Yeah.
to talk about how can they solve this, I would say, temporary hit. We believe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apart from that 7-day limit for Thais visiting Cambodia, Thai tourists are now also banned from visiting the casinos in Poipet as well. And Thailand has recently tightened controls on the movement of people and goods to and from Cambodia through all border checkpoints in Sakeo province, including a complete ban on Thai tourists gambling in the casinos in Cambodia's border town of Poipet, which is opposite Thailand's Anyap Pratet district. The measures were announced by the Burapha task force in what is being seen as the use of economic pressure to convince Phnom Penh to stop the military buildup along the Thai-Cambodian border and to use the MOU 43 as the mechanism to resolve the increasingly tense border dispute. Under the new measures introduced on Saturday night, the permanent border checkpoint at Klong Luk in Anyap Pratet district opposite Cambodia's Poipet will be open from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 p.m. in the afternoon instead of 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 p.m. And Thais will not be allowed to cross into Cambodia to gamble or for tourism purposes through this checkpoint. However, Cambodians will still be allowed to cross into and out of Thailand within the new checkpoint opening hours, providing that they have a passport or a border pass. The time they can spend in Thailand has also been reduced from 14 to 7 days. Cambodians will be allowed to enter Thailand to seek medical treatment for humanitarian reasons with permission to be sought from the Thai-Cambodian Coordinating Office. Thais who wish to travel to Cambodia to work or for trade are still able to do so, but they must have their passports or border passes screened by provincial immigration officials, and their papers must be renewed every 10 days instead of 14. All cargo vehicles with more than 6 wheels must use the Thai-Cambodian Friendship Bridge as the only way to travel to and from Cambodia. And the temporary checkpoints in Thai Phaya district and in Anyap Pratet will open from 8 o'clock in the morning until noon. Troops will be deployed at the 2 checkpoints, and they are authorized to decide who may cross the border. Trucks with more than 6 wheels are also not allowed to use this checkpoint. The new border crossing measures will remain in effect for as long as the Burapha task force deems necessary. So far, thousands of Thai and Cambodian people were stranded on both sides of the Klong Luk border checkpoint on Saturday when the gate on the Thai side was closed by Thai paramilitary rangers at 4:20 p.m. About half an hour later, the gate on the Cambodian side was closed by Cambodian immigration officials. Many Thais working or trading in Poipet queued up at the Klong Luk border checkpoint in a rush to get home due to uncertainty over the border situation. Meanwhile, as for tourism, Khao Pravihan National Park has closed the Pa Mo Idang tourist attraction in Nam Yuen district of Ubon Ratchathani indefinitely, and this is because this is actually close to the flashpoint where they had the clashes in the border crossing.
Yeah.
And it's for the sake of safety if we think of it this way, because you don't know when the clashes will be erupted again, and people along the borders might have to live in fear. You don't know when there will be another series of bombings or shootings.
But on the business and economic front, because I think this is a very, very big hit for the business trade at borders, because as what we know, of course, right now in Thailand, casino is not legal, but at the Cambodian side, that's legal too. So actually, some Thai people, they will cross the border and go to casinos, or some other foreign nationals, they will cross border to another side to enjoy the casino lifestyle. But as what you said, we don't know when would this tension escalate to another level. So right now, of course, both sides kind of trying to de-escalate, but we don't know when escalation will come again.
Yeah, exactly. But if you look on the flip side of the story with the restrictions of people crossing that border, we have previously reported that the Poipet area, there are casinos where certain groups of people, including Thai people, have been lured to work there. And possibly that restriction can actually help ease that problem in a way.
Yeah, but we will see, of course, no matter it's the scam side, fraud side, or about the business, we will see very soon if that tension will be de-escalated or not. And right now, we turn the page to Thailand, as NESDEC already sent a very latest report about employment rate in Thailand, but it warns that employers noted that they fresh graduates might be difficult to find a new job. Secretary General of the National Economic and Social Development Council delivered a report on employment for the first quarter of 2025, stating that the total number of employed persons in Q1 stood at 39.4 million, a 0.5 decrease compared to the same period last year. Employment in the agricultural sector remained stable, while employment in non-agricultural sectors such as manufacturing, hotels, tourism saw a decline. Although tourism is showing signs of recovery, employment in tourism-related activities, particularly hotels and restaurants, continued to decrease, especially among temporary workers. There was also an increase in underemployment workers engaged in part-time jobs or in roles that do not match their skills, particularly in the trade and service sectors. And we have to talk about the unemployment rate in this quarter. Q1 was 0.88%, down from just over 1% in the same period last year, with approximately 360,000 people unemployed. Most of the unemployed were recent graduates from secondary and tertiary education. The NESDEC SG also noted that new graduates remain the group most at risk in terms of employment. According to the survey results, over 89% of executives tend to avoid hiring fresh graduates, citing their lack of experience, insufficient skills, and poor business etiquette. Instead, employers are turning to freelancers. Therefore, new graduates are encouraged to prepare themselves both in terms of skills and mindset. And I understand this point, of course, as in when employers, if they want to recruit new graduates, they want that fresh blood, creativity. But as what you said, on the another side of the coin, it means that right now the economy is not that good because they want experienced staff already. They want that mindset. They want the professional skills, but not new graduates.
I see two sides of it.
Yeah.
For those who agree with that statement, is that why would they hire new graduates when they do not have enough skills, do not have enough experience? And many people have been complaining about their attitude when they work as well, because you cannot expect people of the Generation Z to behave the same way with people in Generation Y or Generation X. Their work values are completely different. But for those who disagree, they might say that it's the employer's job to actually train these new graduates in order to actually fulfill their job, fulfill their job descriptions, actually. And what do you actually expect from an undergraduate to begin with? And in most of the Thai educational institutes, is that one student only takes just one internship or two, but for the fact that you're not going to hire a new graduate, are you expecting them to take 3 internships within the course of 4 years?
Yeah, so to your point, I think the cause, the headwind is the economy is not that good, because I think the company right now, most of companies, they might not have the budget to really train new graduates. So that's why they need professional skill workers to come in very soon, as soon as possible, to fill in.
Right, but and even in many companies are actually adopting with this new trend called unretirement. So they actually rehire the elders to fulfill certain jobs, whether it's at a manager level or decision-making levels. But at the operational level, that would be a completely different story. All right, now let's move on to the latest in the unrest in in the deep southern provinces in Thailand, and recently 2 explosions occurred in downtown Pattani on Sunday night, but no injuries have been reported. And a suspected third improvised explosive device, or IED, was destroyed using a high-powered water jet. Police say that the 2 IEDs were detonated by timers near the midnight market. One was placed in front of a gold shop and the other in a garbage bin beside a hotel in the Mueang district, and some motorcycles there were also damaged. Police believe that the perpetrators are insurgents and plan for the 3 devices to go off simultaneously, but the timer of the third IED malfunctioned. That device was discovered this morning by some residents who immediately alerted the police. An explosive ordnance disposal, or EOD unit, deactivated the device and eventually destroyed it. Police said that the 3 IEDs were not intended to kill or to injure people because no shrapnel was found. CCTV footage from the scene and surrounding areas showed 2 men on a motorcycle placing suspicious objects at the scenes of the explosions. And last week, the BRN movement issued a statement admitting that they were responsible for the recent spate of violence in Pattani, Narathiwat, and some districts of Songkhla because the government is not sincere about resuming the peace dialogue, which has been suspended since early last year. But just this year, we have seen violence here and there, whether it's in Songkhla, Pattani, Narathiwat, and Yatla. And most of the targets are usually innocent civilians and some of the military personnel as well. But we cannot afford to see any more of that. But the sad truth is that such violence has been dragging on for more than 20 years.
Frequent attacks and tensions. And right now, of course, this story will talk about southern part of Thailand. But I mean, since the beginning of this year, the border with Myanmar.
Yes.
We also saw the conflicts between Thailand and Myanmar. And of course, the Royal Air Force also have to send a lot of F-16 fighter jets to intercept those conflicts in Myanmar, and right now Cambodia too.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very busy and big task for our Prime Minister Pattani Sunday and the cabinet to really de-escalate tensions, not just in southern part of Thailand and everywhere.
Well, de-escalating the tensions along the borders will be a very tough task for the Pattani government, especially with the Defense Minister Phumtham Wechayachai as well, because it actually requires talks with the other side. It also depends how they can actually reach an agreement, and we don't see that coming yet. And not to mention just the southern part, but June 14th will actually be a big day for Thailand and Cambodia in terms of the talks.
And last
well.
word, I think it's ASEAN issues too.
Yes.
It's not just Thailand, because Thailand, Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar. And of course, Anwar Ibrahim, the Malaysian Prime Minister, also put the foot in to really mediate and reconcile the situation. And we'll see how it goes.
All right, and that wraps up tonight's edition of Thai PBS World Tonight. Join us every Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. on Thai PBS World's Facebook and YouTube Live. And don't forget to follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. สวัสดีค่ะ
Sorry, Kat.